Ahoy Captains, welcome back to another Skull and Bones video. Today, we'll be upgrading the Brig to level 15 and building my Silver Surfer ship build. Alright, let's get into it. Alright, you're going to need 15,000 in pieces of 8 and 50,000 in silver for this upgrade. It's also going to give us resistances and full health. On to the ship build. For the weapon loadout, on the front we have the Divine Thunder, a mystical weapon that unleashes lightning when hitting weak points, doing 3,989 in damage. Hits to a target's weak point have a 35% chance to summon a devastating lightning strike. For our rolls, we rolled firepower, lethal, and lethal. Damage per shot does 2,849, and our weak point damage is 364%. Alright, for our broadside weapons, we have the La Piqûre 3, doing 3,870 in damage. For our rolls, we rolled firepower, lethal, and deadly strike. Shots have a 10% chance of dealing increased damage from any damage to weak point bonuses. Even if the shot does not hit a weak point, increases damage to weak points by 44%. Weak point damage 336%. On the other side, we have Endless Requiem. Launches a highly advanced torpedoes that have target-seeking capabilities, doing 1,775 in damage. For our rolls, we rolled Swift, Amplified Flooding, and Amplified Flooding, for a total damage of 1,338 in damage, 165% weak point damage. For the other side, we have Endless Requiem again. For our rolls here, we rolled Burn, Death Blow, and Repair Readiness, doing 1,338 in damage, and our weak point damage is 165%. Alright, for auxiliary, we have the Little Grace. Deploys a Patcher Buoy, which repairs damaged hulls. For our rolls, we rolled Repair Reload, Restorative, and Empower. Hits also grant extra weapon damage on the target for 10 seconds. Effect can be stacked up to 5 times. Also reduces reload time by 4.3%. Alright, that does it for the weapon loadout. For armor, we have the Stormwoven Symphony. Unleashes a destructive sonic attack that damages surrounding enemies. Crescendo, holding brace, charges up a sonic attack, dealing up to 7,200 damage to surrounding hostiles, up to 150 meters away when fully charged. Next up, our furniture. We have the Tooling's Guidance. Hitting a weak point increases the damage dealt by the next weak point hit within 8 seconds by 30%. Increases damage to weak points with front weapons by 12%. Reduces reload time of front weapons by 5%. Tuning Station. Increases secondary damage of torpedo by 20%. Increases projectile speed of torpedo by 13%. Restores 10% of crew stamina per second while out of combat. Huback Tuning Rack. Increases maximum range of torpedoes by 14%. Reduces arming distance of torpedoes weapons by 25%, increases projectile speed of torpedo by 10%. Ramrod Workshop. Decreases reload time of broadside weapons by 7%, increases secondary damage dealt by broadside weapons by 8%. La Potente Schematics. Increases damage dealt to weak points to enemy ships by 10%. Alright, last we got the Fusing Station. Decreases reload time of front and rear weapons by 9%. Increases secondary damage dealt by front and rear weapons by 9%. Alright, that does it for the ship build. Please stick around and enjoy the rest of this gameplay. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you out on the high seas.
more cunning than I expected. These are the biggest cannons. shall not